Hello everyone, and welcome back to the WFA off-season review. This one is going to be a little bit different than the other ones, since we'll be reviewing an expansion team today. We are going to be going over the Indiana Lynx. So obviously they don't have any departures, as nobody's departed the team. But we will be looking at what they were able to get in the expansion draft and free agency. And after that, we'll be looking at the spots that they still need to fill, who I think could fill them. And so let's take a look at the Indiana Lynx, led by Ryder and Alex Duck. So here's the list of the people that I think will be most representative of the talent on Indiana. So you have Desean Harrison at quarterback. He's been sitting in free agency for a year. He's making his way back, and now he's going to be the new starter for Indiana as a silver. They bring in Steven Sanders, who's been waiting for an opportunity for quite a few seasons after being one of the best on the Indiana Cyclones back in the day. They bring in MJ Thomas, who was a late season cut by, testing my knowledge, the Miami Nightmares. They spent $2.5 million to bring him in, and I think that was actually a really good move because of the receiver talent that they had at the time. They bring in Rashid Monahan. He should be a good tight end for them. Bring in Charles Robinson at defensive end. That's their one of two gold players alongside Bing Chunk. Those are both gold players for Indiana. They also bring in defensive tackle L.J. Majeski in free agency. And they also get Eddie Lynch at cornerback. So those are the guys that I think will be the most likely to help out Indiana Lynx in their quest for a championship. I don't think it's going to happen this season, but I guess it kind of depends on who they get in the draft. Let's go ahead and look at who I think Indiana could/should be targeting in the draft. So because I have a bit more time, I'm going to be going through this a little bit slower than usual, but here's what I will say. Indiana has 4 draft picks in the Season 9 draft. They have the Berserkers' first round pick. They have their own second, third, and fourth round picks. I feel like they need more draft picks. I don't know where they're going to find it, but I have a feeling that they're going to end up with a couple coppers on their roster at the end of the day. But here are the positions they definitely need. They need safeties. They need to replace both of their safety positions, as their only safety right now is a copper. So I think they definitely need to draft a safety. So I have 2 different options at safety. We have Algie LeCue, who was a guy that kind of jumped out there and had 3 interceptions in one game, and it was really impressive. So I have him as an option. And I also have Matt Bradley, who's the current leader in tackles right now, and also has 2 interceptions. So Matt Bradley's one of the top safeties in the class. He's got to be up there. And I think if he's able to come in Indiana, that would be a great way to turn the team around a little bit. I also think they need a wide receiver, because their current number 1 receiver, MJ Thomas, is good enough. But their number 2 receiver is bronze Johnny Rogers. So I think they can bring in a wide receiver. One of the guys that I think they could bring in is going to be Frederick Bristol. This would probably be aiming at their 3rd round pick, because if they're drafting 2 safeties at the top, then they need a wide receiver later. So Frederick Bristol, I don't know if he's going to be there in the 3rd round, but if he is, that would be a good pickup for Indiana. If he is not available, then I think a guy like a Gibbons would be a good option. Tyrell Gibbons, currently averaging 16 yards per reception. That's 6th best. So he's going to be a guy that may not be in the top level of wide receivers, but he could sneak in and could have a good season if he comes to Indiana as becomes their number 2. I think Indiana could also draft a cornerback. This will have to be a later round corner, but right now they have a silver, bronze, and copper at corner. I think you can do a little bit better than that. So I think that they could end up drafting a guy like Lapaga Kawi. He is doing very well currently. He is tied for second as far as deflections are concerned. His interceptions aren't quite there, but that'll come with time. I think this is it's a good corner. He's playing for Thunder Bay if you want to watch him play, and I think that would be a good option for Indiana. So that's what I got for them as far as the draft. So that was the Indiana Lynx roster breakdown. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let me know what you think of Indiana's the team that they were able to build. What do you think their record's going to be? Let me know in the comments below. I will be reading them eventually. But yeah, so that was Indiana. Let me know what other teams you want to see. I'll be getting into the expansion teams now that I have a better idea of how to do them. But let me know what team I should cover next. And leave this video a like if you enjoyed it, because that would be nice. I would appreciate that. So yeah, thanks a bunch for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.